Hey, welcome to Mad Dog's After Show. You are on lap 110 with the Mad Dog and Cole, the Techno Jedi Farrell.
Technology is my friend, but only for today.
I decided to fly through the air and live in the sunlight and enjoy life as much as I could, and that's just what I'm doing.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure?
Dude, what a way to start. Incredible words. I mean, 110 episodes of the incredible Mr. Evil Knievel just inspiring us with those great words. Fly through the air, live in the sunlight, and enjoy life. And we just all need to make sure we take time to enjoy life. Ain't that right?
Absolutely. I mean, those words alone, I don't know how I don't have them on my bedroom mirror yet to look at every day. But I get to look at that mirror because of our brave men and women of the armed forces and our brave men and women of our first responders that we have. We're so lucky. We couldn't do this podcast without them, and we certainly wouldn't want to start this podcast without thanking them.
Yeah, absolutely. Deepest gratitudes. And of course, extra respect for our veterans and deep, deep gratitude and respect for the families of those that gave all our KIA and MIA. Man, thank you all so much for your sacrifice. We are so stoked to get things rolling again with Kicker Performance Audio, Kicker Marine Audio, Kicker 12-volt audio, all your premium audio needs. Hit them up on the web, kicker.com, on Instagram at Kicker Audio, on Facebook, Kicker, and every other Tuesday night live at 7:30 p.m. Central, their live TV show, Kicker Unmasked Live, on their YouTube channel and their Facebook. Tune in, let them know you're there, throw them a thumbs up, say Mad Dog sent you.
Love it.
Yeah, of course, Bomber Eyewear. Uh, we just got a nice big restock from our good friends
Yes, we
Tommy
did.
and the Bomber crew over there. Watch for some social media stuff on the goggles that they just released. They're pretty rad. Safety glasses and all that for all your optical safety and sunglass needs. Bomber Safety Eyewear, Bomber Floating Eyewear, bombereyewear.com, or on Instagram at Bomber Eyewear. Of course, Assault UTV, Assault Industries, great guys over there, Don, Marcelo, and the crew, the whole team, just key innovators in off road, side by side, UTV, ATV accessories. They've got everything you need from tools to apparel to everything in between. Look them up, assaultind.com, or on Instagram at assaultutv. Give them a follow. Of course, our man Cole over at the Premix Podcast, sharing his passion for all things desert racing through the lens of a camera, and also available for MC and announcer work. You can slide into his DMs over at the Premix Podcast on Instagram and get him booked for your next birthday, bar mitzvah, about anything. If it pays, he says.
Just about anything.
Just
That
about
word just is
anything.
very important.
Yes, yes. Anyways, you can find him on Instagram, the at symbol ThePremixPodcast. Of course, Shutter and World Media handling all of our video production, and she can handle all your photo and video needs from pre production to post production, whether it's portrait work, portraits of your pets, portraits of your work, or TV commercials. She's got you covered, start to finish. Find her on Instagram at Shutter and World. Go to her bio, click the link, check out the website. Of course, Hey Geeks Marketing, handling all of our social media templates, logo work, and of course, our website over at MAddOG'SGarage.com. Man, you can find her for all your social media needs, website building, website maintenance, any of that stuff over at Hey Geeks Marketing, heygeeks.com, or on Instagram at Hey Geeks Marketing.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me here on this quick segment. I am here to talk to you about my new passion, and it is trials in person. I was so lucky to grow up with it on TV, Speed Vision. I believe Speed Sport hosted some, Mav TV. But I got to tell you, trials in person is incredible, and it's quite unbelievable. And it's quickly becoming one of my favorite motorsports. I would say probably slotting right under Speedway. Yeah, that's how important it is to me now. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Pyle family and the Tuccinardi family for being such gracious hosts to us. We got to have the VIP experience. We had shelter and great people to talk to, and so informative. And everybody at the Montesa team was just so helpful, so gracious. So quickly here, the Trial Store USA AMA and NATC Moto Trial Series, right out at Couia Creek, right across the way from the Couia Creek Motocross Park for my Southern California friends who know the area very well. Across the street at Moto Ventures, they could not have a better segment here in Southern California to host some trials. I mean, it's right along Cougar Buttes with the as far as the range of difficulty and what a cool environment to host it at. So first and foremost, I just want to thank the club and everybody who hosted, all the volunteers. $10 to get in per person. I mean, right off the bat, what a value. Everybody was so accommodating. Everybody was easy to talk to. You walk in the gate and they give you a spectator map. They give the kids all the pro riders pictures that they can sign, make memories with it. It shows start times and loop times. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's at least at this venue, it is a bit of a difficult sport to spectate, especially it being an AMA round, national round, I should say. They really don't encourage too many pit bikes or other guys on trials bikes to get around the property. So you are on foot, but they make it so easy. They show you they show on a map where you can see the different sections, what day they'll be running those sections. And they even had orange tape like us desert guys would follow on the bushes so we could see where we're going on the spectator loop. Had tons of signs to show which way to get back to the pits, which trails led to which segments. You do have to be careful out there. I mean, it's full on rattlesnake country. So luckily we didn't see any bobcats, any rattlesnakes. This round there was plenty of greenery. It wasn't too hot, so we got very lucky. Glad everybody stayed safe out there. But man, Moto Trials is so cool. And I have to thank the Montesa team and the Pyle family again for hosting us. So this just blew my mind. Anyone who's seen trials, anyone who's been around it, they always talk about how unbelievable it is that these men and women can go over these obstacles with such grace. There was legitimately things that we looked at and we couldn't climb up on our own 2 feet. Things that were arguably dangerous if you didn't know what you're doing, just like any motorsport. And these brave men and women go out there, and there's different difficulties on each segment, and it is just such an easy, cool sport to follow. You have the pro guys have what they call their minders, which you've seen. They're usually wearing the full gear, including boots and helmets, and they help the pros find where to put their tire, where the segments could get a little tricky. It's kind of like your ultimate hype man, but it's actually completely crucial, especially at the pro levels. And then also you have referees who are volunteers at each one of the segments because they have to hold up how many points you got. It's just like golf. You want no points. If you have no points, you had the best day ever. So certain things like rolling backwards or putting your foot down, those are points. I believe rolling backwards and putting your foot down, if I heard correctly, that's an instant 5 points, which is the worst you can do on this segment. but quickly, my wife and I, we understood what was going on. And it's so funny to be in a sport where you have these really quiet two strokes and really quiet four strokes and even a couple of electric bikes, and everybody's wearing open face helmets, and it was just a nice, cool, calm breeze. And you can hear the interactions between the riders and the minders and the volunteers and the referees, and it really brings a human element to it, to where I'm from, desert racing and motocross, you're wearing a helmet and it's very loud, and you usually go home with a little bit of a headache from all the resonating noise, but not in trials, man. It is so cool. It is just quiet and exciting. Especially they do get up on the revs when they got to climb a big obstacle, no doubt, but it is just a world difference from the goofy motocross world that I'm from. Once again, it's just exciting. I'm very excited to go to the next one. Everybody from sportsmen to the pros rode two loops on Saturday, and then the pros had a pro shootout at the end of the day, and that's really where we saw these obstacles that were just mind-boggling, especially being a fresh fish like us, totally green to the sport. Didn't know you could ride motorcycles up these rocks, through these rivers, up these tree branches at some points, and tree roots. So what was cool is all the sportsmen got done for the day, and that's when it was time to have an adult beverage and watch the pros do what they do best, and just incredible. And I have to mention, this is so funny. Speaking of the open face helmets and the quietness of it all, there was one pro, no reason to mention him. He had a hard enough day, but I caught him sitting by himself, talking to himself, and he said, "Man, I don't want to do this. This sucks." And he used, some pretty explicit words, but it just shows the human element behind trials. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're a pro trials rider or if you're an accountant, a day on the job is a day on the job. Now, of course, most of us want to ride motorcycles for a living. Who doesn't? But that doesn't mean it's all hunky dory and easy. These guys are in incredible shape. They're very flexible. I wouldn't be surprised if quite a few of them do something along yoga Pilates line, because they have to make their bodies do things that the normal people like us don't have to do when you're working behind a desk 50 hours, 60 hours a week. So real gladiators, these guys, and I can't say fearless, but they're certainly on an extra level compared to the rest of us. So, man, short and sweet. I've attached some photos here. Thank you, Kelsey, for helping us get this together. I have them up on my premix page as well. Trials is the coolest thing. I hope to be involved here soon. Anything I can help out, I would like to do. I gotta say, I would not like to be a referee, though. Those guys have a thankless job, and they get to be the bad guys and volunteer and spend their own money to be the bad guys. So props to them, because without it, we couldn't have this sport. So guys, thanks for letting me rabble here. Trials, just check it out. Most of you who follow this podcast already know what it is. But you just need to know that you're going to be annoyed with a lot more trials talk lately. Hopefully I get to go to some more events here in the future. So thanks for hanging out.
Man, so much great excitement and info from Cole on that trial stuff. He had some great bangers out there. The pictures were awesome. I got to see a bunch of them. Like I said, man, early, you could find those pictures over on Instagram at the Premix Podcast. Just hit him up in his DMs. And man, it was a busy time for me. At time of recording right now, anyways, this was last week. We had Super CatFest West, presented by Kicker Marine Audio, here in Havasu. And I'm kind of the boots on the ground guy for that kind of stuff. So super excited to be working with Team Kicker on this event. It's the third annual. Last year they raised over just barely over $300,000 for local children's charities. Great event, great cause. Huge shout out to River Dave and his gang for all the hard work and everything they did. And of course, Mr. Alvin from Super CatFest Lake of the Ozarks for working with River Dave to get the West one all put together. The amazing event. For me, it started the Oklahoma boys, the whole Kicker corporate crew got in Tuesday afternoon, and it was guns blazing, getting ready. Met that great, big, beautiful Kicker XRV Extreme recreational vehicle, that big old semi. You've seen it all around the country. Met them at Havasu Riviera Marina, where the event was going to be. Just incredible new marina. They've done an amazing job with it. It's very, very beautiful, very well kept, very well run. Shout out Mr. Hendrick. Good job out there. And man, we got them parked out there for the night. Of course, Wednesday was load in and set up, and we had some really great kicker ambassadors setting up with us, and of course our local kicker marine audio specialist, Elite Audio Havasu, was there, and of course crazy Captain Frank the Tank with the kicker boom tune, which is legendary out here in Havasu, double decker. I don't even know how many speakers. I think it's somewhere around 30 something thousand watts. Uh, it is something to behold. Um, yeah, it's great lake going vessel for sure. And man, we worked through the day. Wednesday, it was getting hot. We had some really hot temps, but Thursday was game day. Got dialed in Thursday morning, and man, the event started. Oh, and I want to be sure and give a special shout out to my good friend Chris Greiner over at Detail Specialties here in Havasu. He has an absolutely beautiful Eliminator. I think it's a 21 Speedster in black and neon green, which is my favorite color. And the thing is just amazing uh, to look at. Elite Audio gave it the Kicker Marine audio treatment, and it sounds good. It has a 12-inch Solo X subwoofer and a custom built box up under the uh, hull, inside the hull up front. And the thing sounds amazing, looks amazing. And we were fortunate enough he loaned that to me for the weekend to put in the kicker booth, and it got a lot of attention. Of course, we had the good old kicker razor. We had the Podfather, Jim Beaver's Scarlet Witch Kawasaki Ridge. Uh, man, that thing is crazy. Full size jet ski on the back. It's got a whole jet ski rack with some beautiful skateboards. And nobody tell Jim Beaver, but I took one of his prize boards out for a skate, and incredible. The thing rides just beautifully. So, yeah, had that. Man, we just had a lot of great products for people to look at. Boats in the booth. My friend Andre had his Advantage Sport Cat in there. It's all kickered out, and we had no shortage of great music and loud music. Um, and to surprise everyone, Elite Audio actually brought out their newest project that is a Cadillac Escalade with the Kicker Quad Box. If you're not familiar with the Kicker Quad Box, go to their website and check it out, kicker.com, because it is a Kicker special built ported box with four 12-inch Soloberic subwoofers in it, and the thing rips. I mean, you could watch the body panels just ripple on that Escalade. It was really impressive for what you would call a stock piece of equipment. So that was pretty rad, and the attendance for Super CatFest West was amazing. The boats that came in from all over the country, everything from you know 25-foot catamarans to 45, 50-foot catamarans and center consoles, some of them with up to like 5 Mercury 500s on them. Insane. Uh, I think about 150 big boats attended. It was just rad to see all those boats, and we were so busy. They had a live band, great vendor area. River Dave did a good job setting everything up, and we just had so much fun. The people out here were so good, and the people at Super Cat Fest West were so good. Um, just had a blast, and then wrapped her up. And Thursday it was or Friday it was game day again, and Friday would lead into at sunset the dock parties. So Friday, everybody puts their big boats, takes them out of the parking lot from basically show vehicles, puts them in the lake, floats them in, fills up the Riviera Marina. Most of those guys have lights everywhere, LEDs, underglows, all kind of lighting. They light them up as the sun goes down. Um, it is a sight to see. Of course, Elite Audio is down there playing good music on their incredible uh, Elite Kicker Marine Audio pontoon, and the Boom Tune was down there hosting the party. Uh, Great time seemed to be had by all, and man, it was just unbelievable. The people I have who came out just poured out for the dock party. The docks were packed. It was just a really good time, great vibe. And again, kudos to River Dave and his crew, because that vibe is, you know, on an event that size, you rarely get that vibe throughout the whole event. And it was amazing. So stoked about all that, the traffic. Just had so much fun. I got to see so many of my good friends stop by to say hi at the kicker booth. And man, we just had a great time. It was a lot of fun. There's a ton of work behind the scenes that goes into getting all that stuff put together, coordinated, and set up. And I love it. So, it's to see everybody having so much fun just really does your heart good. It just makes you feel great. So, and then, wrapped up Friday. Saturday, we went up and packed down, and a couple of ambassadors came up and gave us a hand. Um, Sam Law and my good friend Andre, who both had vehicles there in the booth on display, came, helped us pack up. Good old J Dub and the Bang Bro. We got everything wrapped down and ready to roll, and headed over to the Super Cat Fest for Kids charity auction and at Horizon Marine. And man, I'll tell you what, those people are just a great bunch of people there. All the attendees were there. Um, things, some of the stuff that they were bidding on and the prices they were bidding on, knowing it was going to local kids charities, they were so gracious and just incredible, selfless with their money. And as I understand it, they raised almost $400,000 for local children's charities. Just incredible. Um, Man, if you get a chance, go on Instagram and check them out at Super Cat Fest West. They've got all kinds of video, stills. They had 3 helicopters shooting boats all day, every day, and man, it was just crazy. You got to check it out sometime. And with that, we'll be rolling into Desert Storm here in a minute, and that'll be again both guns blazing. So I am thankful for Kicker and thankful for these great events. And thankful to all the River Dave crew, the Riviera crew, and all that for such a great event. With that, I think we're about ready to call it a day. Cole, do the speech.
Hey, make sure to rate, review, subscribe on your favorite streaming platform.
Woo! Smash that like button. Leave a review, please. It helps us. We are grateful. Be sure and check out our YouTube channel, Mad Dog After Show Podcast, our website, MAddOG'sGarage.com, and of course, our social media at AFTR_podcast. And don't forget, go spend some money with our great partners and sponsors that support us so that you can hear us talk about our adventures and be jealous. Kicker Performance Audio, Kicker Marine Audio. You can find them over at kicker.com, on Instagram at Kicker Audio, on Facebook, Kicker, every other Tuesday night live, and their live TV show, Kicker Unmasked Live, on Facebook and their YouTube channel. Of course, Bomber Safety Eyewear, Bomber Floating Eyewear, Bomber Badass Eyewear. You have over 40 styles of frames, and I don't even know how many lens combinations. Everything from safety glasses, polarized sunglasses, to ANSI 87 OSHA approved polarized safety glasses like these boogie bombs I'm wearing right now. And if you check them out, it's a limited edition mono series. I love them. And of course, the mirror green lens, because, lime green. Check them out. BomberEyewear.com, on Instagram at Bomber Eyewear. When you get your cart filled and get ready to check out, enter that code MADDOG20, MADDOG20. Let them know Mad Dog sent you. Get yourself a little discount. So grateful for Tommy and the gang over there. Of course, Assault Industries, Assault UTV, Assault ATV, for all of your top of the line off-road UTV, ATV accessories, and every other thing you need for off-road, whether it be tools, fire extinguisher mounts, whatever you need. Check them out on Instagram at Assault UTV, on the webs, Assault IND, assaultend.com. For C Premix Podcast, Cole doing what he does, announcing, broadcasting, and desert photographer extraordinaire. Find him on Instagram, the @ symbol ThePremixPodcast, the Premix Podcast. Shutter and World Media, for all your video and photography needs. She handles our final audio production and all our video production for our YouTube channel. Those incredible videos that you guys are tuning into, and thank you for doing that. It's all done by the amazing Shutter and World Media. You can find her on Instagram at Shutter and World, and click the bio. Website's right there. It's kind of long, so that's the easiest way to get to it. Check her out, Shutter and World. Of course, Hey Geeks Marketing, for all your website, social media needs. Whether you need a site built, maintained, whatever you need social media campaigns, Hey Geeks has you covered. Yell, Hey Geeks, or find her online, heygeeks.com, or on Instagram at Hey Geeks Marketing. Cole, any final statements?
Happy Easter, everybody.
Indeed, happy Easter. He is risen. With that, want to be sure and say, God bless our first responders. God bless our veterans. God bless our American service people worldwide. God bless you, our fans. God bless America. Mad Dog out.